Hanap lang ako ng slides. Gusto nyo ba ano pa rin? Gusto nyo physics? Or positioning? Skull? %15% KVP rule? Wala akong sample problem sa 15% KVP rule, pero try natin hanapan sa... Madali lang naman ang 15% KVP rule. For example, if you are going to decrease your KVP by 15%, mag-i-increase ka ng MAS by 2 times. Ganon siya. To compensate. So, susunod na lang po ang 15% KVP rule kasi wala pa akong material sa 15% KVP rule. Positioning, skull. Sige, skull na lang. Skull na lang ulit tayo, guys. Kasi meron ako naka-ready sa skull. Skull. I like skull. Sa lahat ng positioning, skull ang aking favorite. Hanapin na natin ang skull. Ang dami nang na-open na. Ang dami nang na-open dito sa books ko. CRDR. Wala na po akong notes sa CRDR. Pero I used to teach CRDR. Yung first year ko as a teacher, ang itinuro ko is computed tomography, CT scan, and CRDR. First pa yun na year na merong CRDR sa syllabus. Kasi nung time namin, year 2019, ako nag-graduate, wala pa po kaming CRDR. Board exam, puro situational. Iba ang question formation sa board exam. More in like feather type questions. Wait lang guys hanapin natin yung skull. Bony thorax. Vertebral column. Ito ba yun? Hindi ito. Ito, skull. Topic 5, skull. Download lang natin. Wait lang guys. Download. Ito na po. Parang hindi ma-open yung skull natin na file. Dapat kasi ma-open ko siya sa books para magkapag-annotate ako. Kasi kapag wala sa books, hindi ako nakakapag-annotate. Try natin sa ibang, dito nga. Sige, ito na lang guys. Na-export ko siya sa Noteful na app. Sige, go. Topic 5 is Sky. Matagal na ang slides na to. So, baka merong mga typos and such. Huwag nyo na lang i-judge. Shooting din. Wala, Diday at saka this day. Day, ari, padingin mo nga earphones. Sorry, balay. Pintago ko gibla. Adtods balay. Sige, answer muna natin mga questions dito. Physics, closer to. Skull po muna kasi last time kasi may nag-request ng positioning. Advice paano proper na pag-study. Kapag mag-aaral po sa board exam, utilize or manage your time wisely. Kasi kapag hindi na-manage ang time ng maayos, baka hindi matapos lahat-lahat. Len, nagbakal ko kapilang tawagala. Parang ang yaman mo naman. It's my new girly purchase. Bili mo ka lang sa stand. Sige, go. Topic 5 is Cal. Buwas Samo ka, Linlin. Aga ka distract ko. Mga side quest. Maklase na kami, Lin. Go away na ka. Saan po kayo nag-graduate? Riverside College po ako. Sige, sa ating 41 viewers, pa-share naman po ako ng live para marami pong makapanood sa atin tonight at makinabang naman sa ating pa-live ngayon. Sige. Salamat po. Sige, start tayo sa skull positioning. Sana makapag-annotate tayo dito. Kasi usually, ang ginagamit ko na pag-lecture sa inyo is yung in-app na books. So, hindi siya ma-export doon. So, let's try this one. Okay, so, sa skull natin, our calvarium or skull cap, it's the protective housing of the brain. It's composed of 22 bones, 8 bones for the cranium, and ilang bones para sa facial, guys? Question. Ilang bones sa facial? Kasi 22 bones in total. Ilang bones ang ating facial? If meron tayo 67, grabe naman. If meron tayong 8 bones, yes, very good. 14 bones for the facial. Okay, so iisa-isahin natin ang ating skull cap or cranium. We have your frontal bone, frontal, 2 parietals, 2 temporals, sphenoid, and occipital. So again, frontal, parietal, temporal, sphenoid, and occipital bone here. Okay? Dadaanan lang po natin ang ating anatomy kasi I know you know everything here. So, hindi na tayo mag-i-in-depth study dito. Punta na lang tayo mamaya sa positioning proper. Okay, so our frontal bone, this is where the frontal sinus is located and serves as the roof of the orbit. It articulates with 4 cranial bones and 8 facial bones. Again, this is your frontal bone. Okay, this is the axial view of the frontal bone, meaning sa baba po, dito po tayo nag-slice. Okay, pag sinabing axial cut, dito tayo nag-slice pataas ng ganyan. Okay, that's the frontal bone. Wait lang. And this is our parietal bone. It is the largest portion of the cranium. Dalawa yan, guys. Okay, that's the two parietal bones. The occipital bone naman is nandito sa likod. This is the occipital bone. And then, meron tayong protuberance here sa likod ng occipital bone. Dito po, external occipital protuberance. If you palpate sa back ng inyong bungo here, if may mapapalpate kayo guys, that's the inion or the external occipital protuberance. Dito siya sa likod, ang back of our head. Okay? Kasi baka marinig nyo mamaya yung term lang na EOP, or inion. Okay? So, nasa likod din siya. Okay? It's also the location of your foramen magnum. Okay, next is your temporal bone. It's the location of your pars petrosa or petrous pyramid. So, nandito siya sa organ of hearing natin. Houses the organ of hearing. And our ethmoid bone is the smallest among the cranial bones of the skull. Bat-shaped naman siya. Okay. Ay, sorry. Sphenoid bone ang ating bat-shape. Yung ethmoid, nandito siya, guys. Nagka-gulo-gulo na ang ating slides. Ganito. Ito siya. This is our sphenoid bone. It's the bat-shaped bone of the skull. Okay. So, dadaan lang natin. And our skull, of course, it allows yung parang naging cushion para hindi mabilis madurog ang buto. So, meron siyang parang dalawang plates here. And merong spongy tissue sa gitna. Okay, that's our skull. Okay, and our sutures. It's the articulations or joints of the cranium, classified as your fibrous joints. Starting with your, eto. We have here your coronal suture. Eto. Your sagittal suture here. Wait lang. Okay, so again, meron tayong coronal suture dito, sagittal suture, squamosal suture here, and lambdoidal suture. Okay. Okay, anong mga meeting points ng ating mga suture? We have your bregma, pterions, and asterions here. Ito yung EOP guys, or your inion. Other term for that, that's your external occipital protuberance. Nagtuturo po ba kayo ng dental rad? Yes po, nagtuturo po ako sa review center ng dental rad. Okay, so sa infant cranium guys, to allow brain growth, so meron silang fontanelles or soft spots. Kaya po ang mga bungo ng babies, it's soft because of these soft spots. It allows the brain to grow. Okay, so ito siya. We have your anterior fontanelle, your posterior fontanelle, sphenoidal fontanelle, and mastoidal fontanelle. Okay, so para siyang for extension ng ating skull. Okay. So again, we have your facial bones naman. We have 14 facial bones. We have your maxilla, zygomatic, mandible, nasal, lacrimal, inferior nasal concave, vomer, and palatine. Dadaan lang natin guys para makaproceed tayo sa ating positioning proper. I know you know everything here sa anatomy. Tama ba? Familiar naman po kayo sa anatomy. Okay, next na ituturo ko is, ito lang pala guys, importante na maalala nyo ito. Kasi mamaya dadaanan natin siya. We have your mandible. This is the whole mandible. Dapat alam natin kung saan ang ramus. So yung ramus, ito yung pa-vertical here, your body, and your symphysis menti or mental point. Your gonyon, your angle of mandible. Okay, again, yung pa-vertical, that's the ramus body. Okay, ramus body. Okay. Ano pa ang importante dito? Ito, pinaka-importante sa lahat is your cranial or topography landmarks. Okay, so first one is your MSP. Your MSP divides the body into left and right parts. Your interpupillary line connects the pupils or outer canthi of the eyes. Ito, isa-isain ko na lang, guys. Parang meron tayong picture here. Ito na lang. Okay, so your MSP here, your MSP is here, guys. This is your MSP. It divides the face or the skull into right and left. That's your MSP. Your IPL naman, or your interpupillary line, it connects both canthi or the eyes natin. We have here your glabello meatal line. This is your meatus. This is your glabella. Ito, glabella here, between each eyebrows. Your nasyon nasa baba. Glabella, nasyon, acanthion. Nakaka-catch up ba? Ito yung mga importante nating tandaan. You have your glabella, nasyon, acanthion. Again, glabella, nasyon, acanthion. Mental point. Okay, yun ang mga need natin tandaan. Last one, glabella, nasyon, acanthion, mental point. Glabella, nasyon, acanthion, mental point. Okay, so the line connecting from your glabella to your meatus is termed as glabello-meatal line. Ito pa pala. Ang dito sa labas, this is your outer canthi. Okay, outer canthi. Okay, so the line here from your outer canthus to your meatus is termed as your orbito-meatal line. Orbito-meatal line. Sa baba naman ng orbito-meatal line, ang ibig sabihin ng baba is infra. So that's infra-orbito-meatal line. Sa baba dito. Next, the line connecting from your acanthion. Again, this is your acanthion to your meatus. That's your acanthio-meatal line. Your lips naman to your meatus. That's your lips to meatal line. And from your mental point to your meatus, that's mento-meatal line. Okay, so yun ang mga importante nating tandaan. Sige, flip cam ako para mas ma-review natin. Okay, so again, if tatandaan natin, ang first natin tatandaan sa skull positioning are the lines. Kasi kapag hindi natin alam ang lines, mawawala tayo sa skull positioning natin mamaya. Okay, so first one is here. This is your glabella. Between the eyebrows, that's your glabella. This is your nasyon. Dito, acanthion. Mental point, meatus. Okay, next are the lines. The first line is the MSP. Divides the body from right to left. Okay, equal right and left. Okay, and then your IPL, it's the line between your two pupils. Okay, ito. IPL. Next, the line from your outer canthus to your meatus, that's your OML. OML, orbito-meatal line. Sa baba ng orbito-meatal line, that's your infra-orbito-meatal line. The line from your acanthion here to your meatus, that's your acanthio-meatal line. Lips to meatus, that's your lips to meatal line or LML. And here naman, mental point to meatus, that's mento-meatal line. So, yun ang mga lines na dapat talaga nating tandaan. Okay? Gets lang ba guys? Proceed tayo sa ating material. Meron po ba kayo reviewer sa ultrasound? Wala po ma'am. Hindi din po ako marunong mag-ultrasound. Hopefully maka-acquire tayo ng skills sa ultrasound in the near future. Pero ngayon parang malabo pa siya. Wait lang guys. Ang pangit ng slides kasi nagiging ganito siya. So, wait lang. Allow me to fix the slides muna guys. It's 2 minutes. Hanap po ako ng slides na medyo okay compared to this one. Answer muna tayo ng questions if meron kayong questions while I look for a different slides. Nasisira kasi ang ating ano. Ito na lang. Ito ba yun? Wait lang guys. Loading. Ito pala. Ito pala mas may maayos na slides. Sige, go. Okay, ito guys. Sorry, meron ng mga tayo dito, annotations. Delete na natin. Okay, so here are your skull projections. Okay, again, when I study positioning, I make sure na napapadali ang pag-aaral natin ng positioning. So, if manonotice nyo mamaya, merong mga projections and positions na almost similar ang structure shown or almost similar ang central ray. Kita lang ba lahat? Kaya naka-table din siya para for easier na memorization. Okay, so your skull AP. For your skull AP, guys, of course, that's an antero-posterior projection. So, nakaharap lang po tayo sa tube natin. Okay, so this is the patient. Yan. This is the IR here. The tube is here. So, nakaharap lang tayo sa patient. Straight lang po ang tingin. Your OML should be perpendicular to IR. Pag sinabi nating OML should be perpendicular to IR, guys, ganito yan siya. Okay, so this one is your OML, again, orbito-meatal line. Pag sinabi nating perpendicular, dapat nakaganito ang line. Naka-straight ng ganyan sa IR. This is the IR, this is the line. Dapat naka-straight ng ganito. So, yung OML natin, guys, example, ganito. Diba? If I hyperextend my neck, nakatingala ako ng ganito, my OML is not perpendicular to IR. Kasi ang goal natin is to make the OML perpendicular to IR, diba? So, dapat naka-straight ang line na to sa IR. Nakaganito siya. Okay? So, to do that, ibaba lang natin ng konti ang ulo ni patient hanggang sa mag-straight ang line na to. The line from here to here. Okay? So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng OML should be perpendicular to IR. Okay. Okay, next is your structure shown for your skull AP. Ang makikita po natin sa skull AP is your frontal and parietal bones natin, and your petrous pyramid fills the orbit. That's for the skull AP. Well, for your Townes or Grashey method naman, Same lang po tayo dito. OML is still perpendicular to IR since naka-AP tayo. Meron tayong axial sa pangalan ng projection. So, kapag meron tayong more than 10 degrees cephalic or caudal angulation, tinatawag na po natin siyang axial projection. Okay? So, since meron tayong axial sa pangalan ng projection dito, meron tayong angulation sa ating tube. Okay, so for the Townes or Grashey method, ang angulation po ng tube natin is 30 degrees caudad to OML. 30 degrees caudad if your OML is perpendicular to IR. And increase by 7 degrees caudad if your IOML naman is perpendicular to IR. So, paano ba to siya? Okay, kasi the line from your OML and your IOML has a 7 degrees difference. Ito, OML and IOML, meron tong 7 degrees difference. So, kapag ito yung line na gagamitin mo, itong line na to ang magiging perpendicular sa IR, mag-a-angle ka daw, caudad, 30 degrees. If ito namang line ang gagamitin mo, mag-a-angle ka ng 37 degrees caudad. Again, the reason for that, for the increase in caudal angulation is there's a 7 degrees difference between your OML and IOML. So, in case lang tanungin. Okay. SOML? Ano po yung SOML? Parang wala po tayong SOML na line. How po if parallel? Kapag parallel po, guys, eto siya. The line is here. So, kapag parallel naman, ganito. Ito yung line, nandito yung IR. Or ito yung line, nandito yung IR. Okay? Mas makikita nyo mamaya kapag meron na tayong mga ganong mga terms na paparallel naman ang ating line. Okay? Basta yung perpendicular, pag sinabing perpendicular, here's the IR, here's the line. Kapag parallel, or pwede rin, ito yung line, ito yung IR, perpendicular. Kapag naman sinabing parallel, pag ganito siya, dito yung line, dito yung IR. Or dito yung line, dito yung IR. Okay? So, to draw that, again, perpendicular, ganito, perpendicular, okay, perpendicular, parallel, parallel. Okay, gets ba ang difference? Okay, so if we want to see naman guys, the foramen magnum or the jugular foramina, i-increase pa natin ang ating caudal angulation na 40 to 60. Okay, so makikita natin sa Townes or Grashey method is the occipital bone. Ang occipital bone po natin, again, is situated here sa back ng ating skull. Nandito po si occipital bone. Nandito din situated actually ang ating foramen magnum. Kaya if we increase our caudal angulation to 40 to 60, makikita po natin si foramen magnum dito. Okay? So, either we use a 30 degrees caudad or a 37 degrees caudad angulation. Pareho po natin makikita si occipital bone. Okay? So, dalawa po ang option natin for the Townes or Grashey method. If you want to see the foramen magnum, i-increase pa more ang ating caudal angulation. Okay, next is your Haas method. The reverse of Townes or Grashey method is your Haas method. Reverse siya kasi yung Townes, APH siya. Lights, yan. Tinawag siyang reverse kasi yung Townes, APH siya. Pag sinabi again APH siya, nakaharap po sa tube ang ating pasyente. Okay, so example, this is the patient. Ganito. Dito yung IR. And dito yung tube natin. Okay, that's an AP. And then, axial kasi pababa po yung angulation natin. Ganun. Okay, kapag sinabi naman nating PA axial, nandito yung IR. And dito yung pasyente. Ang pangit naman. Okay, so nandyan yung pasyente. And then yung tube naman natin is nandito sa likod ng pasyente. So, papasok muna sa posterior, lalabas sa anterior. Okay, PA axial Haas method. Since this one is also a reverse or Townes or Grashey method, kapag si Townes or Grashey method nakapababa, yung atin namang Haas method or PA axial method is nakapataas naman. cephalic angulation. Pag sinabi natin guys, caudal angulation, pababa or towards the foot of the patient. Pag sinabing cephalic angulation, pataas po. Okay. Medyo mabilis ba ako guys? Sige, again. Pag sinabi nating PA or posterior-anterior projection, nakaharap po tayo sa IR. This is the IR. This is the patient. Ito. And then, ang tube po natin nasa likod ng pasyente. Kapag meron tayong 10 degrees cephalic or caudal angulation, matatawag na po natin siyang axial projection. Okay? For the case of HAAS, meron po tayong cephalic angulation na 25 degrees. Okay? HAAS method, PA axial projection, 25 degrees cephalad to 1 inch inferior to inion and exiting 1.5 inches above the nasyon. So, paano to siya, guys? Front cam ako. Okay, so this is our inion here. Again, ang mapapalpate natin dito, that's our inion. Dito siya. Again, this is our nasyon. Pag sinabi nating cephalic angulation, nandito po sa harap ko ang IR. Ang tube ko po nasa likod ng pasyente. Okay, cephalic angulation, pataas po ang aking tube. Okay, so tatama po ang aking angulation or central ray dito sa inion. Dito, cephalic. And then lalabas siya 1.5 inches above your nasyon. So, here. Papasok dito sa may inion, 1.5 inches inferior to inion. Ang mapapalpate dito, pababa, 1.5. And then, lalabas dito sa 1.5 inches above your nasyon. Okay? So, yun siya. Sige. So, this one, your HAAS method, since reverse lang naman siya ng ating Townes. So, if hindi kayang mag-Townes ng pasyente, go for HAAS. So, kasi, yung occipital bone natin, diba, dito siya sa back part ng ating skull. So, in case lang na ang pasyente hindi kayang mag-supine, kasi nga, dito yung tama sa occipital bone, so, dapat daw siyang ipa-prone. Pwede natin gamitin si HAAS method. Okay? Sige, so makikita natin dito, since this one is the reverse of Towne, of course, it's still your occipital bone. Pero, merong magnification. Okay, occipital bone with magnification. This one is the reverse of Towne's method. Okay, again, remember, HAAS, magnified occipital bone, Townes or Grashay method, that's your occipital bone. If hindi kayang mag-Townes method, go for HAAS. Okay? If hindi kayang mag-Townes or Grashay method, go for HAAS. Okay, next is the Cadwell method. So, ito yung sinasabi kong marami tayong mga projections and method. Pero, the best way to study na ma-absorb natin lahat is to list down everything na similar. Kagaya nito, Cadwell. Marami po tayong Cadwell, hindi lang po iisa ang Cadwell natin. Yung Cadwell method po natin, meron tayong 15 degrees caudal angulation. But before that, meron po tayong mga modification and original Cadwell. Okay, so original Cadwell method, ang ating central ray angulation for that is 23 degrees caudad to nasyon. Makikita po natin si 23 degrees caudad to nasyon. Anong line perpendicular natin is your GML. Okay, GML is perpendicular to IR. So, paano ba to guys? This one is your GML. Glabello, Miyata line. So, ito. Our GML should be perpendicular to IR. So, again, isi-straight lang natin ang line na to. Okay. Flex konti para maging straight ito. Kita nyo ba? There's a difference kapag naka-extend ito and naka-flex konti. Kasi magsi-straighten ang line na to. Okay, that's for the original Cadwell method. Okay, next is your 20 to 25 degrees caudal to mid-orbit. This one is still your Cadwell method na nakikita is your superior orbital fissure. Okay, so kapag gustong makita si superior orbital fissure, gagamit po tayo ng 20 to 25 caudal to mid-orbit. Kapag naman po gustong makita si rotundum foramina, ang gagamitin po natin is 25 to 30 degrees caudal. Again, ito guys, balikan natin lahat ng Cadwell's method modification. For the original Cadwell method, we have 23 degrees caudal to nasyon. Our GML is perpendicular to IR. At kapag gustong makita si SOF or superior orbital fissure, increase po tayo ng caudal angulation 20 to 25 degrees caudal to mid-orbit. Kapag naman po gustong makita si rotundum foramina, increase pa po tayo ng caudal angulation na 25 to 30 degrees caudal. So you could screenshot this slide or pwede kayong mag-copy ng notes para mas matandaan po ninyo. So this is how you study positioning na medyo effective. List down everything na almost similar. So dito, nilista ko lahat ng Cadwell method modification. Dito naman, nilista ko yung mga para sa occipital bone. Okay, so ganun tayo mag-study ng positioning to utilize our remaining brain cells na parang konti na lang kapag positioning talaga ang pinag-uusapan. Okay, next po is your Valdini method. Your Valdini method is an alternative for Grashe and Haas method. So again, if hindi kaya mag-Grashe, go for Haas because that's the reverse for Townes or Grashe. If hindi ba kaya yung dalawa, pwede do tayo, ang alternative doon is your PA-axial Valdini method. Okay. Actually, ito lang talaga yung info na nakalagay sa Ballinger. It's an alternative for Grashe or Haas method. And this one is for the demonstration of your vestibulocochlear region. So, ito naman, pa-perpendicular naman ang tube niya. Any tips for retaining information? Yun nga po, Ma'am G or Sir G. Ililista po natin lahat ng almost similar ang structure shown, kagaya nito, Cadwell's method modification. Lista nyo lahat ng Cadwell's method modification. Okay? And then, dito. Go for notes na parang pa-table siya kasi mas madali nyo siyang mare-retain yung information sa utak kapag naka-table. I don't know if it's just for me or effective din siya sa inyo. You could try this one. Okay, so nililista ko lahat ng almost similar ang structure shown. Ito. But before that, before pa lahat ng to, ng pagme-memorize, dapat alam na alam muna natin ang anatomy natin. Kasi kapag hindi natin alam ang anatomy natin, foreign, hindi natin alam kung saan ba natin makikita si SOF, hindi natin alam kung saan natin makikita si occipital bone, it's still useless. Kasi kapag nagme-memorize lang tayo na hindi natin in-depth na nalalaman from a deeper perspective, kapag nagme-memorize lang, masustore lang siya sa short-term memory. So, as much as you can, understand everything before studying. Ganon din sa physics, guys. You can't memorize physics. Yung sa cluster 1, hindi pwedeng mag-memorize lang kayo ng 5 interactions with matter. Ganon din sa mga exams ninyo. Don't memorize. Understand the book. Understand the notes. Kasi, with that, mas mapapadali ang buhay ninyo kasi papasok talaga siya sa long-term memory. Do you have a book for positioning? Meron po. Ito po, usually yung nilalagay ko dito, similar po ang content ng book natin. That's basket number 3 po if you'd like to check on that. Papakita ko siya mamaya kapag tapos na po ang live natin. Mag-aral po muna tayo. Anatomy, wala po tayong book for anatomy. Ang mga books ko po are good for RTLE review. TOS-based po siya para po siyang pointers ng Board of RadTech. Good siya for Revalida and board exam. Okay, next guys, again is your Valdini, alternative for Haas and Grashe method. Your skull lateral, ito may nagtanong kanina, paano naman po kapag lateral, kapag parallel sa IR? So ito na yung sagot sa tanong po ninyo. Sa skull lateral, your MSP is parallel daw sa IR. Okay, let's locate our MSP first. This one is our head. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang lines dito. We have your IPL, diba? Interpupillary line here. Ay. This is your interpupillary line. And this one is your MSP, mid-sagittal plane. Okay? MSP, IPL. MSP, IPL. Again, your MSP divides your head to right and left parts. Okay, your IPL naman connects to orbits or your two pupils. Okay? So, paano natin nasasabi na your MSP is parallel to IR? Ito po siya. Kapag po sinabi na MSP should be parallel to IR, yung IR po natin, nandito. Yung MSP po natin, situated dito. 'Di ba? So, yung na-form po natin na line, pag ganito siya. That's for the easier understanding. Parallel. Okay? So, yung line nandito, yung IR nandito. Pwede din, if nakatayo yung patient, nakalateral yung patient, nakatayo, nandito yung IR, nandito now yung ating MSP. Okay? Either pag ganito or pag ganito. That's parallel. Pag sinabing perpendicular po, ganyan. Perpendicular. Okay. By looking at this picture, guys, by looking at this picture, what line is perpendicular to IR? By looking at the picture, what line is perpendicular to IR? Shoulder girdle naman. Shoulder girdle, ma'am, finals bukas. Ma'am, may naunang nag-request sa inyo. May nag-request kasi ng skull kanina. Parang bago ka lang sa live. Perpendicular po sa IR. Ang MSP po natin is parallel to IR. Diba? MSP, parallel to IR. Now, by looking at the picture, what line is perpendicular to IR? Yes, very good, G. Very good. That's your IPL. Pag sinabi po nating perpendicular again to IR, this is our IR. Ayan. This is our IR. This is our mid-sagittal plane. Ang line, ang nagawa po natin parallel. Ito naman, your interpupillary line, kapag i-connect ko dito sa IR, ang nagawa po natin is perpendicular. 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 Okay? So, ganun siya. Okay, so again, for a lateral projection, your MSP is parallel to IR, while your IPL is perpendicular to IR, while your IOML naman is perpendicular to the front edge of the cassette. Okay. Okay, central ray for the skull lateral is perpendicular lang, no central ray angulation, 2 inches superior to your EAM. So, if this is your EAM, guys, ito po ang ating EAM, external acoustic meatus, pataas po tayo, superior. Pag sinabi namang inferior, of course, pababa. Okay, since ang sinabi sa central ray natin, it's 2 inches superior. That's pataas sa EAM. Okay, that's our central ray angulation for the lateral of the skull. Okay, best demonstrates your two parietal bones here. Yan, nakikita natin sa lateral parietal bones. And your sella turcica and clivus are also demonstrated in profile. Okay, so yun siya, guys. Okay. Ito naman, si skull lateral cross table or shoot through lateral, it's for your patients na galing trauma or VA ba siya? Eh, pag sinabi natin cross table, guys, ang IR natin ang i-adjust natin. So, ganito po yung tube natin. Dito galing yung tube, yung central ray. Here. Dito patayo yung IR natin. So, your cross-stable or shoot-through lateral demonstrates sphenoid effusion. Pag sinabi po nating effusion, there's fluid. Okay? Pag sinabing sphenoid effusion, there's a possibility of a basal skull fracture. Kapag merong fluids daw or air fluid levels, there's a possibility of a basal skull fracture. That's the importance of a cross-stable shoot-through lateral projection. So, kapag tatanungin po, what's the importance of a cross-stable shoot-through lateral projection? That's to indicate a basal skull fracture. Okay? Next, guys. Eto. Again, ang goal natin sa positioning is papadaliin natin ang inyong mga buhay-buhay. So, eto, pinagsama na naman natin ang makakakita ng base of the skull. Eto, guys. Okay, base of the skull. Okay, yung SMV and VSM, still base of the skull. Okay, sige. First one is your SMV. For your SMV projection or your full basal projection Schuler method, the head is resting on vertex. Our vertex po is this one. Ang pinaka-top ng aking ulo, this is my vertex. This is my chin. Vertex, chin. Vertex, chin. Okay, pinaka-top border ng aking ulo, that's my vertex. Okay, so your head should be resting on vertex, meaning po, yung IR po natin, nandito po. Dito. And then, nakaganon. Nakatingala po ang pasyente para papasok yung central ray natin dito sa ating chin. Okay? So, dito, lalabas dito. Papasok dito, lalabas dito. Anong gamit ko na book? Ballinger base po ako, ma'am. If you want, you could check my book here. Ito yung book na kung paano ko i-organize ang notes ko. Yun din po ang nasa book natin. That's basket number 3 if you want. Okay, mamaya papakita ko po sa inyo pagkatapos ng ating lecture. Tips to memorize, ito na po. Yung tips to memorize is pagsama-samahin ang mga almost similar ang structure shown. Okay, so ito guys, SMV, again, head should be resting on IR. Your MSP is perpendicular to IR. Okay, kasi nga, ito drawing ko na nga lang. Okay, just imagine this is the IR. Okay, and then tingala ng ganyan yung patient. Tama ba yung aking representation? This is the vertex. Okay, your MSP natin kasi nga nakatingala, parang nandito yung ilong. Tama ba? Okay, so dito yung chin, dito yung vertex. Again, head is resting on vertex. Your MSP daw is perpendicular to IR. Ano ba yung MSP? Divides the body into right and left part. So, perpendicular pa rin ng ganyan. Okay? Your IOML naman should be parallel to IR. Saan nga? If this is dito yung ating ears. This is the nose. Ang hirap naman mag-drawing kapag baliktad. This is the eyes. Okay, this is your eyes, IOML. Okay, so your IOML should be parallel to IR. So, titingnan natin. Eyes to ears, IOML, yan, parallel pa rin siya sa IR. Nakaganito. IOML, IR. Diba? Parallel pa rin. Ganun pa rin. Okay? So, your central ray should be perpendicular to your submentum, 3/4 anterior to the level of EAM. So, ito po siya. Pag sinabi pong perpendicular, ganito po ang line na nabubuo natin. Parang pag ganun siya. Pag sinabing parallel naman po, ganyan or ganyan. Same content sa Merrill's, yes po. Merrill's base po ako. Hindi po ako nagsastudy sa buong trigger. Okay. Ano nga? Yung central ray is perpendicular to submentum. Pag sinabing central ray is perpendicular to submentum, dito po siya papasok sa ating submentum. This is my submentum. Dito siya papasok. And then 3/4 inch anterior to the level of EAMs. So this one is my EAM. So 3/4 inch anterior daw siya guys. So forward. Pag sinabing anterior, forward. Pag sinabing superior, pataas. Pag sinabing inferior, pababa. Again, anterior, superior, pataas, inferior, pababa. Okay? So yun siya. Ano pa? Again, this one best demonstrates the base of the skull. Kasi nga, papasok tayo sa chin, lalabas sa vertex. Of course, makikita natin ang base ng skull. Okay? If hindi kaya mag-SMV, go for VSM. This is the reverse of SMV. Okay? So, vertical submental or full basal projection, still Schuler method. Central ray is perpendicular to vertex naman siya. And this one is the best projection for foramen ovale and spinosum, an alternative for SMV projection. Okay, if the patient cannot do SMV, diba, go for VSM. If hindi kayang mag-SMV, hindi din kayang mag-VSM, ang next alternative natin is axiolateral Lysholm method. Okay, so ganito mag-study ng positioning guys. Naka-connected lahat ang ating table. Okay, again, SMV for the base of the skull. If hindi kaya mag-SMV, go for VSM. If hindi kaya mag-SMV, hindi kaya mag-VSM, go for Lysholm. Okay, for the Lysholm naman natin, our central ray is angled 30 to 35 degrees caudad to exit at a point 1 inch distal to the lower EAM. Ang position po ng ating skull naman dito is lateral. Yan, kita nyo? Nakalateral po ang skull natin. And our central ray angulation is more than 10 degrees kasi meron tayong axial sa pangalan ng projection. Again, kapag merong axial sa pangalan ng projection, that's we have a central ray angulation. Okay, so ang central ray angulation natin for axiolateral Lysholm method is 30 to 35 caudal to exit at a point 1 inch distal to the lower EA. Again, this one is an alternative for SMV for patients who cannot extend their neck. Oblique position of the lateral base of the cranium closest to the IR. Okay. Sige, next guys. Celatursi ka. Parang napapagod na ako guys. Parang send motivation naman. Para makapag-continue tayo dito. Kanina kasi nag-lecture din ako sa Riverside College. Dalawang section. Nag-tour kami sa lab. So parang napagod na ang aking vocal cords. Ano po focus ng Lysholm? Still po, para pa rin po siya, since it's an alternative for SMV and VSM, makikita pa rin po natin ang base of the skull. But more on, ano lang siya, alternative projection. Sige po, kung ano lang po ang maabutan natin. May kilala ko lang Villas. Estudyante ko na. Damo, nakubi na yung estudyante. Hindi ko na masaulutanan. Pero kung makita ko, may tandaan ko, estudyante ko na. Alin sa 2019, nag-teach. Ako alam ko tubig, guys. Inom po muna ka ng tubig. Yung screenshot muna kayo dyan. Okay na ba guys? Taga-doctors. Riverside ko na-graduate. Ma'am, gaturo ka po ba sa PTLC? Hindi po. Remarkable po ako. Remarkable Review Center. Last semester ko na lang guys sa Riverside College. So, dito na tayo magkikita-kita sa TikTok University kapag nag-stop na po ako magturo sa Riverside. Sige, go guys! Wow, thank you po. Wow, thank you. Sino ba si Sir Felix? Thank you po, Sir Felix. Sige, let's go, Sella Turcica. Okay, so si Sella Turcica naman, guys, is the Turkish saddle posterior clinate process. Small extension superior to the dorsum cellae. So, basically, ito po ang itsura ng Sella Turcica. Bakit pinag-aaralan si Sella Turcica? Kasi meron po siyang pinoprotektahan na gland dito sa brain po natin. Mamaw. Di na ako mag-teach. Kay, para ma-explore ko naman ng other opportunities. Because RadTech is a wide job. Like, ang dami ko pang modalities na gustong ma-explore. So, pahinga muna tayo sa pagtuturo para makapag-learn tayo ng other modalities. Nabuboard kasi ako, guys. Nabuboard. Nagkaka-midlife crisis. Kaya tatry natin lahat yan. Okay, so ito yung Sella Turcica, guys. Ang best projection to demonstrate your Sella Turcica is the lateral projection. Lahat-lahat po ng lateral natin, guys, pare-pareho lang. Ano nga ulit ang perpendicular sa IR kapag lateral projection? Na pag-aralan na natin kanina. Perpendicular to IR. Line perpendicular to IR kapag lateral projection. Pare-pareho lang to, guys. Ano po yung perpendicular to IR? Kapag lateral? IPL, very good. Dahil dyan, Sir Starboy, meron kang plus points. IPL, very good. How about your parallel to IR? Line parallel to IR. Kapag lateral. MSP, very good. So, lahat-lahat po ng lateral natin sa skull, ha, ganun po siya. So, lahat ng lateral sa skull, ang perpendicular sa IR is your IPL, while your MSP naman is parallel to IR. Yung IOML natin, it's perpendicular to the front edge of the cassette. Parallel to the front edge of the cassette. Okay, so best projection to demonstrate your Sella Turcica is your lateral projection. Again, ito ang makikita po natin. Okay, Sella Turcica. Next, Townes-Urgache. Diba kanina, na-discuss na po natin si Townes-Urgache method. Pareho pa rin po ito. Townes-Urgache method for the Sella Turcica is still 30 or 37 degrees caudad. Again, kapag OML po ang perpendicular na line sa IR, ang gagamitin po natin is 30 degrees caudal angulation. Since meron tayong 7 degrees difference between your OML and IOML, magi-increase lang po tayo ng 7 degrees. So, we will make it 37 degrees caudal. Okay, so to 2.5 inches above your glabella, exiting your glabella. Okay, kapag gumamit po tayo ng 30 degrees caudal angulation, mas makikita po natin your anterior clinide process above your foramen magnum. Diba yung foramen magnum, it's the circle doon sa ating occipital bone. So, sa taas daw nun, meron tayong anterior clinide process. That's for the 30 degrees caudad angulation. While for your 37 degrees caudad naman, that's the posterior clinide process and dorsum cellae projected into the foramen magnum. So, nasa loob yung posterior clinide process and dorsum cellae. Okay? Okay, next guys. Haas method, the same pa rin po ito, guys. Haas method, kanina na-discuss natin, 25 degrees cephalad to 1.5 inches inferior to inion, 1.5 inches above the notion. So, nakikita nyo ba na kaya madali ang skull? Kasi paulit-ulit lang siya, guys. Nag-iiba lang yung structure shown niya. Nag-iiba sometimes yung reference point niya. Parehos pa rin po siya. Nag-lecture din si Sir Mark Gutierrez. Diba remarkable siya? Yes po, Remarkable Review Center. Si Sir Mark po ang may-ari nun. Nag-lecture siya cluster 1. Magaling si Sir Mark, guys. Okay, sige. So, 10 degrees cephalad. Gagamit tayo ng 10 degrees cephalad for the Haas method. If you want to see your dorsum cellae projected above the foramen magnum. Okay, kapag 25 cephalad ang ginamit natin, that's dorsum cellae and posterior clinid process projected within the shadow of the foramen magnum. Okay, so yun ang difference nila. Kaya din siya tinawag na reverse down method kasi pareho ang makikita mo dito. Ayan o. Dorsum cellae and posterior clinid process projected within the foramen magnum. Ganun din ang nakita natin sa 37 caudad. Posterior clinid process and dorsum cellae within the foramen magnum. Nag-lecture siya dito sa Bicol. Gagaling ng lecturer ni Sir Mark. Yes! Go for Remarkable, guys! Nakikita nyo din ako sa Remarkable. Nagtuturo po ako sa Remarkable ng positioning din. For now, positioning. Positioning. Okay. So, yun. Next, last topic na to ha, para nasal sinuses. Kasi pagod na po ako. Magta 10 p.m. na. Last topic natin is your paranasal sinuses. We have 4 paranasal sinuses. We have FEMS. Okay, to memorize, just memorize FEMS. Pag sinabing FEMS, we have your frontal, ethmoidal, maxillary, sphenoidal sinus. 4 lang po ang ating sinuses. Okay? So, the best method or the best projection that will demonstrate all your 4 paranasal sinuses is your lateral projection. The best din siya again for sella turcica kanina. Diba? Dalawa na po ang lateral. Sella turcica and ito for all your 4 paranasal sinuses. Again, yung 4 paranasal sinuses po natin is FEMS. We have your frontal, ethmoidal, maxillary, and sphenoidal sinus. Okay? Again, for the lateral projection, same pa rin po ito. Your central ray is still perpendicular to IR. Your IPL is still perpendicular to IR po. Your MSP is still parallel to IR. Okay? IPL perpendicular, MSP parallel. Ganon pa rin po siya. Okay, the same pa rin po sa mga na-discuss natin kanina. Okay, next is Cadwell's method. Si Cadwell method naman, ang makikita natin dito, kanina kasi yung na-discuss natin yung original Cadwell or your Cadwell's method modification, yung original Cadwell. Okay, ito naman, si Cadwell's method. Baka kasi ma-confuse kayo. Yung Cadwell method po natin, 15 degrees caudad angulation. Yung original Cadwell, ilan nga po yun guys? So, na-discuss natin kanina. Ilang degrees si original Cadwell? Same content po ba ang dinadiscuss nyo, yung sa yellow basket? Yes po, same content. Papakita ko po mamaya ang laman ng book pagkatapos po. 23, very good. 23 degrees caudad. That's for the original Cadwell. Pero kapag Cadwell lang po, that's 15 degrees caudad donation. Okay, so your Cadwell method is good for frontal and anterior ethmoidal sinuses. Your petrous ridge is projected into the lower 1/3 of the orbits. Kanina na-discuss natin na ang PA or AP method, yung petrous ridges natin is filling the orbit. Yan, ganyan siya for the PA. For the Cadwell method, nasa lower 1/3 daw siya, guys. So, nandito na siya sa orbits. Okay, that's for the Cadwell. Ito pa yung mga need ninyo tandaan. Yung, petrous ridge are projected into the lower 1/3 of the orbits. Kasi I remember sa board exam natin, lumabas yung mga questions na ganito. Okay, so paano daw natin makukuha na yung petrous ridge is nasa lower 1/3 ng orbits, or nasa maxillary ba siya, or nasa baba ba siya ng maxillary, ano bang methods, ano bang projections. Okay? Bukas anong topic? Kapag magla-live bukas, depende po sa inyo kung ano yung, paunahan kayo mag-recommend ng topic bukas. Okay, next is your waters. Again, your Cadwell method is for your frontal and anterior ethmoidal. Okay, anterior ethmoidal. Okay, for all FEMS, we have lateral. For frontal and anterior ethmoidal, we have Cadwell. Sige, tandaan yan, guys. Next is the Waters method. For the Waters method, the head is resting on chin. Your MML is perpendicular to IR. OML forms an angle of 37 degrees. And tip of the nose is 3/4 inch from the image receptor. Okay, paano to siya i-describe natin? Flip tayo ng camera. Okay, for your Waters method, your chin should be resting on IR. So, nakaharap po tayo sa IR. This is the IR. Hyperextend the neck. Yan. And then, yung chin ninyo dapat nakadikit dito sa IR. So, ang goal natin, once nakadikit na to, the MML should be perpendicular to IR. Diba? This is your MML, mento-meatal line. Ito siya. Okay, ang goal natin kapag sinabing MML should be perpendicular to IR, if ito yung IR, dapat yung MML ko naka-straight ng ganyan. So, kapag ganito siya, hindi naka-straight. Diba? So, dapat hyperextend. Yan, as much as possible hanggang maging straight ang line from here to here. Okay, kita nyo ba ang difference? Kapag hindi ako nag-hyperextend and nag-hyperextend ako. Okay? So, your MML should be perpendicular to IR. Kapag po perpendicular to IR ang ating MML, ang nangyayari, ang OML natin, dito siya, OML, forms a 37 degrees difference to the IR. Ito, yung IR, dito yung OML. Okay? So, the difference ng OML to the IR, that's 37 degrees. Okay? MML perpendicular, OML 37 degrees. Okay? Sige, so your Waters method best demonstrate your maxillary sinuses naman above the petrous ridge. Okay? So your Waters method, maxillary sinuses above the petrous ridge. So if this is, balik na lang tayo dito. If this is your PA, filling the orbit, yung Cadwell, lower 1/3, magdodrawing ako ng maxillary sinuses dito. Ito yung maxillary natin. Okay, that's your maxillary sinuses. Kapag daw po Waters method, your petrous ridge is demonstrated. Your maxillary sinuses is above the petrous ridge. So, nandito sa baba yung ating petrous ridge. Dito siya. Dito sa baba ang ating petrous ridge. Okay? So, yan ang mga tatandaan natin, yung location ng petrous ridge. Okay? Sa PA, Waters, and Cadwell. Okay? So, this one is useful for the projection of the foramen rotundum. And yung sinuses natin na makikita is your maxillary sinus. Okay? Maxillary sinus. Okay? So, meron na tayong FEMS, diba? For the FEMS, frontal, ethmoidal, maxillary, sphenoidal. For all the paranasal sinuses, we have your lateral. For your frontal and anterior ethmoidal, we have your Cadwell. For the maxillary, we have Waters. Kapag nakalimutan po, diba, W Waters, baliktarin lang natin ng ganyan. Maxillary sinuses, Waters, maxillary sinuses. Okay? Sige, yun siya. Next, last one. Ito ba yung sinasabi ko na dapat yung chin natin nakadapat dito sa IR. Your MML should be perpendicular to IR. And ito, this is your OML. It forms a 37 degrees difference from the image receptor. Okay? Last one is your PNS, parieto-acanthial transoral open mouth water. So, the same pa rin po, your MML is still perpendicular to IR. Your OML is still 37 degrees 37 degrees difference. The only difference between your Waters and your open mouth Waters is nakanganga lang po ang pasyente natin. Okay, so the open mouth projection removes the upper teeth from direct superimposition of the sphenoid. So your open mouth method naman, demonstrate your sphenoid sinus through the open mouth. Okay, so same positioning po tayo sa open mouth Waters. Ang only difference is nga lang po ang pasyente. Still perpendicular po ang central ray natin. Okay, so that's it for the skull. Dito lang po tayo. Pwede tayo mag-continue bukas sa skull pa rin. kung gusto nyong tapusin itong skull, or baka may request kayong iba. At before that, mag-review tayo guys. Kung may natutunan kayo for today. Sana ma-download yung live ni ma'am. Sige po, upload ko po sa YouTube. Gumawa na po ako ng channel. Nag-post po ako. Ganun pa rin po ang aking YouTube. The same lang ang username natin sa YouTube. Kakagawa lang siya. Nag-upload ako last time ng full live recording natin sa physics. Sa Marian_RRT. Ba't ngayon ka lang atin nabagsak ko na RETDEM ko kanina? Sige, kapag meron pong removal exam, sabihan niyo po kami para makapag-review po tayo ng inyong RETDEM. Sige, review muna tayo guys, sa mamaya na ako mag-backread ng inyong mga comments. Okay, sige. Question and answer portion. Ano po ang best projection for all the paranasal sinuses? All the paranasal sinuses. Lahat po. Lateral. Very good. Okay, review tayo ha for the sinuses before pala tayo para matandaan ulit. Okay, so meron tayong 4 na paranasal sinuses. That's FEMS. Frontal, ethmoidal, maxillary, and sphenoidal sinus. For the frontal sinus, makikita po siya sa... Saan po makikita si frontal sinus? Frontal sinus, guys. Anong projection ang makakakita sa frontal? Frontal sinus, anong projection? Okay? Yung frontal sinus po natin, yung first one na ating na-discuss kanina, that's our, eto siya, Cadwell method. Okay, Cadwell method. Wait lang guys. Balik. Saan na ba yun? Eto, again. For all the paranasal sinuses, we have your lateral projection. Makikita po sa lateral yung frontal, ethmoid, maxillary, and sphenoidal sinuses. For all the paranasal sinuses, ang best projection is a lateral projection. Kapag gusto po nating makita si frontal, pwede po tayong mag-Cadwell method. Frontal and anterior ethmoidal po. Anterior ethmoidal sinus, makikita po si Cadwell method. For the maxillary sinus naman po, baliktarin lang po natin ng M, so we have Waters method. Okay, maxillary sinus, makikita po natin si Waters. And for the sphenoid sinus, through the open mouth is your open mouth Waters method. So, ganun lang po ang ating sinuses. Okay, question and answer portion. Balik tayo para maano nyo naman. Anong line po ang perpendicular sa ating lateral projection? Lateral projection, ano po ang line na perpendicular? Ano po ulit yung sa ethmoid? Frontal and anterior ethmoid po is Cadwell method. IPL, very good. Ilang degrees ang OML to IR sa Waters method? Waters. Ilang degrees ang OML to IR? 55. 55 that shallow waters. 37. Very good. Anong line naman po ang perpendicular sa IR kapag Waters method? Anong line ang perpendicular sa IR kapag Waters? Waters. Anong line ang perpendicular sa IR natin? AML ba? Anong line? MML. Very good. MML is perpendicular to IR kapag Waters. Ano pa? Paano po natin makikita si occipital bone? Occipital bone. Best projection for occipital bone. May revalid na po ba kayo dati? Yes po, meron talaga siya. Occipital bone, guys. Sige, mag-decide kayo. Paano makikita si occipital bone? Wait lang. Kunin ko yung copy ng book natin. Occipital bone, we have your towns. Very good. The reverse of towns. What's the reverse of towns? What's the reverse of towns? Haas method. Very good. Ilang degrees si Haas? Ilang degrees po si Haas? Ilang degrees? 25 cephalad. Very good, guys. Ano ba bang hindi ko natanong? If hindi kaya mag-SMV, hindi kaya mag-VSM, ano po ang ating next method or projection? If hindi kaya mag-SMV, hindi kaya mag-VSM. Lysol? Ixolateral Lysol method. Okay, Lysol method. Sabi naman sa Lysol. Okay, so yun siya, guys. So, yun lang for now. Any questions, guys? Gusto nyo ba mag-continue na lang tayo bukas sa skull? Or gusto nyo mag-shoulder tayo bukas? Bukas kapag may time lang po, ha? Kapag hindi lang po busy, ha? Magtuturo ulit tayo bukas. Sige, papakita ko lang, guys, yung book. Dito, yung lahat ng nandito sa aking slides. Nandito din siya sa book. Actually, I released this book last 2024, ang first release nito. Tama ba? 2024. Oo, tama. Kasi 2025, meron na tayong mga naging RadTech, registered RadTech sa ating TikTok University. Last year pa po kami nag-start ng pagla-live dito. Actually, last year lang. Last year lang talaga. So, here's the book sources po natin for the book 1. We have your Atlas, Medals Atlas, Volume 1, 2, and 3, Lange Q&A, and Bontrager. Konti lang ang Bontrager kasi ito talaga siya. Ano po ulit yung sa Lyshom? Yung sa Lyshom po, ma'am, alternative po siya. If hindi kayo mag-SMV, VSM. So, if hindi kayang mag-SMV, VSM, Lyshom. Ixolateral Lyshom. Skull ulit, and then knee. Sige po. So, ito po yung content ng ating book 1. Ito yung first book na nirelease ko. That's under basket. Hala, 3 na lang. Sige. If wala na po, magre-restock po ako. Restock po ako mamaya pagkatapos ng live. Pwede nyo pong i-add to cart muna. Basket number 3. Okay, so eto guys, intro to po si upper extremities, lower extremities, pelvis and hips, skull, vertebral column, chest and bony thorax, abdomen. Eto yung pinaka-importante natin na hindi nyo kayang intindihin. Charis. Ang hirap intindihin. Review of rules of oblique. Gusto nyo ba ito muna bukas? Back to basics tayo. Review of rules of oblique. Pwede tayong mag-back to basic bukas. And then trauma, practice test, and glossary of terms. Sige. Ito yung sinasabi ko guys, mag-study kayo sa anatomy. Yan, that's my original illustrations. So, yung anatomy guys, ang pagsa-study dito, basa muna kayo sa book. Kasi yung ano dito parang summarize talaga siya. Ito na lang siya. Ito yung content ng anatomy natin. So, parang pa-identification type lang to. So, this is how I study before. Dinodrawing ko muna yung anatomy para lang pumasok siya sa utak ko na hindi ko siya makalimutan talaga. Pagkatapos kong i-drawing, nililabel ko ang parts. Okay, yan. Trapezium. So, after ko siyang ma-memorize na kung saan ko ba malolocate ito, kasi mas madaling mag-memorize kapag kabisado mo talaga yung anatomy kasi na-visualize mo. Okay? After na malabel ko na siya, nilalagyan ko kung ano yung method na pwede doon. So, trapezium. Kuha natin siya sa Clements Nakayama. So, scaphoid, maraming projections and methods si scaphoid. Yan. Ulnar deviation corrects foreshortening of the scaphoid. Bridgman method, good for scaphoid. Scaphoid without self-superimposition si Stetcher. Kita si scaphoid sa scaphoid series. And Daphner naman is elongated scaphoid ang makikita. So, yan. Triquetrum, makikita siya. Ito, yung tatlo. Triquetrum, pisiform, and hamate. Makikita daw siya sa wrist, AP oblique. Anong basket? Basket number 3 po ito, ma'am. Hindi po ako nagbebenta ng PDF kasi ang daming radtech na nagbebenta po ng soft copies na hindi po nila sariling gawa. So, to protect myself lang sa mga ganong mga tao, and to protect my intellectual property, hindi po tayo nagbebenta ng PDFs and soft copies. I hope you understand that one. Okay, so ito guys, so yun siya, shoulder, olecranon. And then, kapag nag-study ng positioning, again, naka-table po tayo, hindi yung nandito talaga yung mga pictures ng projections and methods. Kasi kapag ganun po ang hinahanap natin, mag-Ballinger po muna kayo. Ito kasi, it's good for memorization siya, guys. Good for board review. Magme-memorize na lang po kayo. So, eto, bibigyan ko kayo ng example kung paano mag-study. Dito sa, ang pinakamagandang example dito is yung sa olecranon. Ito talaga yung favorite kong example. Ito, yung sa olecranon, guys, pinagsama-sama ko siya. Yan, kita nyo, olecranon process, olecranon process, olecranon process. Eto, tatlong olecranon process to, tatlong methods din siya. So, makikita siya natin sa PA axial, sa Jones, and sa elbow lateral. And then, meron tayong mga mnemonics na dyan. Yan. Meron mnemonics to help you memorize. Anong basket? Basket number 3 po ito. Ganon siya hanggang matapos, guys. Nakapa-table type siya. And, yan. Mnemonics, pelvis and hip. Ano pa ba dito? May question and answer, trauma radiography. Yan, chest and bony thorax. Yung special procedures, ma'am, is basket number 4. Sige, papakita ko na lang po. Since meron pa namang time. Ito po yung ating special procedures. Actually, ito, out of the 3, ito yung pinaka-konti lang, guys. Kasi, summarize talaga siya. Siguro mga nasa 80 pages lang ito na back-to-back. So, ang content ng ating basket number 4 is, ito siya. Sobrang daming book reference nito, pero napagkasya ko lang siya sa medyo